Time to grab some miles, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Headed up Old Spec Mountain right now. It will be Maine's first 4,000 plus peak for me. Spent the night last night at Spec Pond Shelter area and had nothing but tent platforms there. I was actually able to set my duplex up on a tent platform using a series of wooden toggles dropped down through the wooden deck that had a little bit of extra spacing in between the planks. So I was real happy to be able to do that after searching for about 20 minutes for a tent site that was non-platform. Had three fellas there, excuse me, from New Jersey, out for a section hike. Three real nice guys, had supper with them and everything. Turned in, did some editing, was getting ready to go to sleep. And I couldn't help but notice when these three fellas were in the shelter, they had a series of liquor bottles lined up and a few beers that they had humped in. Good on those guys for carrying the extra weight. Well, couldn't help but hear the sounds of tribal flute music coming from the shelter loudly. And then, of course, the scent wafting over my tent pad from their peace pipe. So with the additional noise coming from the shelter area as their festivities begin, I simply turn the volume up on my earbuds as I continue to edit. And about a half hour later, I hear some shouting going on and some kind of a ruckus down in the shelter area. And I'm thinking to myself, oh no, you know, add alcohol and, you know, sometimes bad things happen. So I pull my earbuds out and begin to listen to what's going on. And these gentlemen are not fighting each other. They're arguing loudly over who is their favorite WWE superstar. You know, which superstar can do this, can do that. And I couldn't help but realize that these gentlemen actually begin to think, or their thoughts are, that wrestling is real. These guys were hardcore wrestling fans. So thank goodness about 10:30 they calmed down, and I guess you know, they had succumbed to their festivities and their hydration methods and their peace pipe, and finally silence fell over the shelter area. Oh, the things you encounter along the way. And there's more stories I could share from the past, but I just had to share that one here this morning. So everybody, I am simply pushing north. Completed the goals yesterday, lower mile day, 10 miles, got through Mahoosuc Notch, the toughest mile on the AT, and also Mahoosuc Arm, which you know, I'm definitely feeling both of them today. Beautiful, crisp morning. Headed up Old Spec. I'll share some views from up top. Goals for the day. I'm in Maine. Goal achieved, everybody. Back to my typical freestyle, and I'm just going to try to get as many miles as I can. It's going to be me versus the terrain, and the terrain is in the lead right now. So pushing north, everybody. Beautiful day. I'm here to enjoy it. view from Old Spec Mountain, everyone, mile 1922.1. You see the fog and mist as it lays in the valley. It almost looks like a body of water. Good morning, Maine. Finishing my descent down off of Old Spec, everybody, into Grafton Notch. And up ahead, I will be ascending the Baldpates, which a good friend of mine told me is going to be quite epic. And I passed a few section hikers who told me the same, who were headed in the southbound direction. So I've already stopped. Had my lunch number one a little early. I just still feel like I'm not eating enough out here. It catches up to me at the end of the day. So also grabbed some water at a stream there. So I'm ready for the climb, and I'm going to share more when I get up there. Looks like another spectacular day on tap, everybody. Quick look at BALDPATE Shelter, everyone, mile 1928.1. A view from Baldpate West Peak, everyone. Headed towards Baldpate East Peak, a little bit higher elevation, dead ahead. Summit of Baldpate East Peak, everyone. Elevation 3,812 feet. check out this view. Sharing one final look from the descent of Baldpate East, everyone. Now this is a new one for me. Here's someone attached a section of climbing rope down over a ladder right there. I guess I'm going to take the advice and use it, but I don't know how I'm going to film it and do it at the same time. I believe I'm going to use the ladder the traditional way. Grafton Notch Shelter, everybody. Mile 1931.6. Okay, everybody, dropped anchor today at mile 1936. That is going to give me 14.8 miles for the day. I actually have a super cool campsite right by a little small babbling brook and waterfall. You can probably hear it in the background. And just so excited to have this. There was just enough room for one tent, and I got it, so I'm real happy about that. Thoroughly enjoyed the climbs today, and going over BALDPATE Mountains, and just some epic views up there. Just a really solid look at Maine and the water features, the lakes in the distance, and the mountain ranges were just absolutely astounding. You know, the video just does not do it any justice whatsoever. So I'm going to get up and continue to push through Maine tomorrow, trying to get all the miles I can in, because I almost feel like I'm a little bit behind the curve when I need to summit. I'm okay right now time-wise, but I'd like to be a little bit further ahead of the curve. So I'm going to continue to try to push miles as best I can. But Maine is really tough, and I definitely feel it in my legs. I just spent about 15 minutes rolling my legs out with my leg roller, and hoping they feel better tomorrow. So, but Maine is definitely testing me. Absolutely beautiful. So happy to be here. I don't think it's hit me yet that I'm in the state of Maine yet, but I'm sure it's going to hit me here real soon. So thank you so much, everybody, for watching Wild on a Trail. Take care, everybody. Good night.